Sushanth Singh Rajput has arisen. Now, why are we taking this interest? There's so many people who have been committing suicide over the last 10 years, but I never took interest, and neither the nation took interest in the way it is taken. Why in this case? Because in this case, there are two, three things which make Sushant stick out. One is didn't come to the film world because he had nothing else to do. You were just a loafer in college or something like that. He actually took the competitive exam for Delhi School of Engineering and came 7th. He also got a scholarship from abroad, from American universities. And he had shown great deal of interest in a variety of things. He has given lectures to students on physics, the new developments in physics, which I saw at least one video of. He, with his money that he made in the beginning in the film world, he bought a piece of land in Moon, advance booking that is permitted. So one piece of land in the Moon. Now, this is the kind of things that made him a different person than the normal routine cinema actors. And then after getting the films, he, in 3 films in a row, he, became a national hero of the young people who go to see cinema. And then we find that he's having problems. His contracts are getting cancelled. He's been given all kinds of hints that you have not paid obeisance to the Khan Syndicate and the Dubai the Dawood Syndicate, and you have to comply. In that, there were other people who were highly critical of him, like Mahesh Bhatt and so on. So we have a scenario that here's a man who wants to stand alone, and he says, "God, judge me by my merit. If you think that my acting is something that public wants and they're willing to buy cinema tickets for it, then treat me on that basis. But I am not going to come and crawl before you and do this." And slowly we find that he's not getting any roles. These are getting cancelled, and then I can't say just now. It's because it's not a conclusive matter. But some people then start feeding him all kinds of stories about what drugs and he should take, and we find that one day his girlfriend, self-proclaimed girlfriend, leaves him, and 1 week later he is found dead. Now that dead is he's found dead. They say it's suicide. How do you know it's a suicide? Because the police say it's a suicide. And how do the police know it's a suicide? But even before the forensic report comes, the Bombay police announced that it's a case of suicide and that he hanged himself. But where is the picture of his body? Why did you take the body? There were two ambulances arrived to take the body from his house. One is 2 kilometers away. That was the Leela Hospital. And the other was 11 kilometers away, which is the R.C. Cooper municipality. And, R.C. Cooper Municipality Hospital specializes in traffic accident deaths and things like that. But here's a very high profile thing, and where it's not very clear, there's no car crash to identify the cause of death. And suddenly it is taken there. 5 doctors do the autopsy, and they gave only a provisional finding that he died due to asphyxiation. But the police from beginning were saying that it is suicide by hanging. Now, hanging, it can come after he is dead also. You can hang him as an alibi. Everything is open. But these doctors, clever they were, they put in one more line. However, we have sent the viscera to the forensic department for an opinion. Now, that's 48 days ago. 48 days ago, they've sent it. And no report has come. Now, you see, I have had some experience in dealing with such matters because of the Sunanda Pushkar case, where the same kind of thing happened. But fortunately, the forensic department was headed by Dr. Sudhir Gupta, who is one of the bravest, most intelligent gold medalists, who's heading the, and it's our government, I must say, and that too J.P. Nadda when he was minister, who gave him that honor and permanent position as head of the Department of the Forensic Sciences in the All India Institute. And he was the one who found that Sunanda had all kinds of body marks, and he videoed it so that nobody can later on say, no, cremate the body and finish it off. But what we find is that in this case, the provisional report comes and it says that we have sent it to the forensic for an opinion. Nobody has seen a picture of the body of Mr. Sushanth, and yet they've come to conclusion that it was a suicide committed by him. How do we know? Unless if there were marks in the body, as many people who have seen the body in the Cooper Hospital say, not many, but some, they say that no, there were lots of marks on his body, and that the doctors began to feel maybe he was poisoned also, and therefore that it has been the viscera, that is, viscera means parts of the body, and his nails, because when if there's poisoning, very often it shows up in your nails. So it's been sent for an opinion, and that opinion has not yet come, and yet the Mumbai police, in a probably one of the Guinness Book of World Records item, they have not yet registered an FIR. The Supreme Court, in judgment after judgment, says that as soon as a crime is reported, whether it is correctly reported, falsely reported, those are after investigation. But if somebody comes and said, I was in such and such place and there was a dead body which had been as if a person who had been strangled, then immediately a FIR is registered. That's called first information report. What the Bombay police is doing is they are just doing the so-called investigation, and maybe in the end they will write the final information report saying no cases made out, it's only suicide and the matter is over. And so the Bombay police appears to be complicit, and it may have been because of political pressure. And if it's political pressure, whose political pressure, and why is it being done? So it's a fit case for taking it out of Bombay and giving it to some other agency which will not be affected by the socialization that police does with the Bollywood characters, and that would be the CBI. And in the meantime, the parents go in Patna, and the Patna people, on the basis of financial fraud, they register a case, and then naturally, as a byproduct, they want to know the circumstances of the death of Mr. Sushanth. Now, there are so many little things. I don't want to, play policeman in this, but when the body was discovered by people who broke in the door, he was lying in bed. Those who came afterwards. Initially, they say the servant came. Somehow, first they said he broke open the door. Then the door was not broken. Then they got a duplicate key, and all mixed up there. But whether he could hang himself is very doubtful, because the height of the Bombay flats are all 12 feet. Around that level, and the bed was about 2 feet, and there was no stool in the room. And so, on what did he stand? He stood on his bed and hanged himself, and there would be he would be just standing. That's all. He couldn't be. There was no room for hanging. So therefore, everything is highly concocted. So, and then who are the visitors who came? We have no idea, because the closed circuit TV outside his flat has been disconnected. When was it disconnected? Was there a tape which was taken out? All these are questions that are arising. So all in all, we see that we are quite, I mean, this is probable, and it's a possibility definitely, that the mafia, which is harassing him and cornering him, and finally wanted to get rid of him. His special assistant he had appointed, she 6 days earlier had committed, was pushed off or fell off the seventh floor of her apartment and died. So I mean, all these things show that the mafia wants to send a message that either you cooperate with us in every way, you are our actually de facto slave, you act according to our instructions, you will get roles, and you will make money, and you will become famous, but you will be in the end our slave. So this is the message that wants to go. Otherwise, you'll get killed. So therefore, in a democratic country like ours, we can't allow this. And therefore, I think we need some serious investigation into the state of affairs in Bollywood. And Ayuthi Singh think that we should also understand that that is after this matter is over. Now, I don't know what the difficulty is. There's a central agency that is called the Enforcement Directorate, which is going into the money laundering angle, because a lot of money is missing from his accounts. And in any case, in Bollywood, money gets laundered all the time. So there's a definite case for the Enforcement Directorate. It's already on. It's been ordered. And when I called up Nitish, our chief minister, he was good enough to say that I have no objection to CBI inquiry, and if the parents have no objection.